Fellow Groggers, welcome back to Grog Games. It is I, Super Potion, and today we are going back to our Twitter D&D game, where we play a customized version of D&D, and you guys get to pick what we do on Twitter. Last time we had this recap video, we were fighting zombies, like a lot of zombies. Like, remember that map? That was there. And then the earthquake happened, or at least we thought it was an earthquake. The ground sort of shook around, and there's a lot of stuff going on. And then we ended it, and we went back to our Twitter for 2 weeks. So let's take a look at those tweets and what happened, and what you voted on.
Run, Forrest, run!
The man shouts. Zombies start to climb out of their graves. Too many to fight. The party runs out of the graveyard towards the town. We have to evacuate everyone, Isabel shouts. It's around 4 a.m., and the town is asleep still. What do we do? And we chose to actually yell and evacuate the town, even though I gave you guys a few other options there, like run and save yourself. That was another one. So good for you being moral and whatnot. The party starts to warn the villagers of the zombies. The town emerges out of their homes and they panic. Zombies limp forward and attack anything in sight. Sort of like that. You see a small girl trip, and from behind her a zombie. In the sky, a black cloud drifts towards the town. What do we do? With 47%, we say save the girl using a fireball spell. Also check out Jester and Glass's little cloud-y meme there. Look how cute it is. So Charlotte casts the fireball at the zombie that's attacking the girl. It connects with the zombie, and the zombie crumples behind, so it doesn't fall on the girl. It's fine, the girl's fine. You run up to the girl and grab her. Just as you're doing so, the cloud goes down and into the town itself. It encompasses everything, and everything is suddenly pitch black. Unable to see, all you can do is hear the fact that zombies are still running around, looking and tearing apart poor villagers. Just as you think in your mind, oh, this is it. This is where we die. A light breaks through the darkness just a little bit, and it slowly starts growing. You walk towards it, and it is the man in the cloak with Penderdrep creating a light shield, essentially warding off the darkness. Your party is in the light bubble with the man and Penderdrep as well, in addition to some villagers. They had gone through the same thing you had and wandered into the light. The man and Penderdrep are struggling to hold the darkness in. You can see on their face that they can't hold out much longer. Another minute passes, and Penderdrep falls to one knee. Oh. Just as you think this is it, again, twice in 2 minutes, the darkness dissipates slowly. And when it does, your eyes adjust to the scene around you. And what you see is nothing. Everything is gone. The town, the people, the zombies. You just see a dusty plain around you where the town had been. The black cloak man sighs and says to himself, "Not again." Isabel speaks up. "Again? What do you mean again? This has happened before?" Belran chips in. "You better start explaining yourself, old man." Classic Belran, right? Now that the man stopped, you can see his face clearly, so he looks sort of like that. If you know who that is, that's great. I just beat the game, okay? Leave me alone. The man slowly tells his story. His name is Arius, and he is a grand cleric from the neighboring kingdom, a kingdom known as Darius, which your kingdom, Terraris, was currently at war with. Arius was helping with the war on their countryside. He was stationed there when all of a sudden zombies had started coming down in the town, and then followed shortly by a black cloud, exactly what had just happened to you. His army had no idea what happened, and they chalked it up to dark magic, or maybe even our country itself, Terraris, attacking them somehow magically. So Arius was moved even closer to the front lines of the war itself, like right on the border of the countries there. And what happened on those front lines is the worst thing that he has ever seen in his whole entire life. He witnessed the same thing happen, except with all of the dead corpses. All of the corpses they were about to bury. His fellow comrades, the ones that were just slain in the war, right there were rising up from the grave again. And that dark plague came back just as it had in the previous settlement. Came down, swooped it all away. Part of the border and their whole entire defenses were gone. At this point, Arius had only survived due to his light magic. and he didn't know what to do. He knelt down and consulted his god, because he's a holy man, he's a cleric. And his god presented him with a task, a quest, to stop this darkness, whatever it was. And so he had followed it. Arius pulls out a map. He points out that this black plague, this curse, whatever it may be, had already hit a couple towns in Terraris. Now he was unsure if our country had actually known yet, since the whole town itself was wiped out. But he was just following the plague, hoping somehow he could stop it. He marked the towns on his map in regards to where his country was from. And there was a definite trend line exactly towards the capital of Exelion. And that's all Arius knows, is that it's sent on a path of destruction, and that holy magic is the only thing that seems to be mildly effective against it. Yeah, you can fight the zombies, you can't stop the black cloud with your sword or a fireball. If this thing continues, it will wipe out the whole entire country, or at least the capital, in which case, might as well wipe out the whole country. That's right, delivering main storyline right here. Are you happy? The main storyline. So, to end this episode, we're going to do something that I haven't done before. I am going to give you the poll options for Friday. Yeah, right now, today. So if you're still watching, congrats. You know the question beforehand, and then you can vote on it on Friday. Essentially, the next thing we have to do is decide what is the best course of action to stop this thing. Where should we go next? The options are A, go to the next town it'll hit. Clearly we can track this thing in terms of where it's going to go, so why don't we go there and try and stop it? B, we go to Exelion, the capital, and we try and talk to the king and get some help there. That would make sense, right? C, we know of a holy temple to the north where we can maybe get some help, get some holy magic, get that on our side. That might assist us to stop it. Maybe they even know what it is. Or D, option 4, whatever. Fuck it! Not my problem. Let's go somewhere else. Let's side quest. Anyway, fellow Gargers, hope you enjoyed this recap for RPG Friday. I will see you guys on Friday on Twitter. We'll also have a new video up on Friday, of course. And if you like this series, please, throw a like button down. Let me know in the comments what you think. Upvote on Twitter, like on Twitter with the post on Friday, so then more people know about this, and then they come join us and poll and vote and all of that. Alright, so long, fellow Groggers.